Hello practice members. Today we have a lesson here that is all about building technique. We're not going to focus too much on like note names. It's mostly just the patterns. Now if you are curious about those things, we're basically just going to be using the C major scale, and we're going to be building up in fives. The reason I put this lesson together, it has more to do with the anatomy of our hands and less to do with the musicality of it. However, it will end up sounding good based on the fact that the notes all harmonize with each other because they fall within that C major scale. We're going to be using a metronome the whole time. When you first start working on it, we do it at 60 BPM, and then it works all the way up to 90 and to 120. And then for you go-getters out there, I did it at 200. Not flawless by any means, but clean enough to where it can give you an idea of things that you can be working towards. Now, based on the technique, we're going to, the whole exercise is supposed to be played all the way through. You're going to want to memorize it, but it's based on these patterns and mathematics of fives based on your fingers. So our right hand, the very first section is going to be, we start on middle C and we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what we're going to do is kind of bring our thumb in, and this is like our shift that we're going to have to get used to. But you're going to bring your thumb in and then have all of your fingers, once you bring your thumb in a little bit to that next D note to get our next five, the rest of your fingers will kind of move with it. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, thumb inches in just a little bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, see how that lays out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're doing all five fingers 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we end up with our pinky on a D note, or fifth finger on a D note. Then you're going to repeat the D note and reverse the whole thing until we get back to C. So same idea, but now our shift happens with our pinky inching in. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inch it in, 5, they all fall into place, shift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shift, shift. Then the next section does the exact same thing, but we're going to do it with our left hand an octave lower. And because of the way that our fingers and our hands are built, our thumbs are on the inside. So instead of being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as far as finger numbers go, it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then inch the pinky in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inch the pinky in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We reach the D note with our thumb and reverse it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, that's 5 times, and they end up being exactly the same note-wise, only an octave apart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the next section, we put them both together. Following that, we do a little bit of mind separation. And so everything in that one that I just played is all synchronized, so we're playing the same notes, right? C, D, E, F, G, D, E, F, G, A, so on and so forth. But on this next section, we're going to focus on getting some finger independence. So the next section, our right hand is going to play the same thing it was before. But left hand is going to only play one note at a time for each 5 that we have here. So if we have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, we're going to, at the beginning of each new section, you're going to start with a new note. So if we're on C's, C's start together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that left hand pinky. Then you're going to go to 4th finger. It's important that you don't shift over. It's important that you keep these fingers in order. So we go pinky in the left hand, then we go 4th finger in the left hand as we shift in our right hand. 3rd finger in the left hand on E, shift with the right hand and start on E. Shift F, 2nd finger in the left hand. 1st finger in the left hand, shift with your right hand. Now we've reached the end of our 5, and then we reverse it. So stay on G here, repeat that on your left hand, and repeat the D on your right hand. And come back down. Okay? So that's the gist of that one. Then we just reverse it. So now we have an active left hand with stagnant holds on the right hand. So C's together. And we keep this in position. You won't move here, you won't shift, right? So we got C's together again. Active left hand. Shift with your left hand, pinky on D. 2nd finger on right hand on D. Shift with left hand, E's together. All the fingers follow in the left hand. F. Last one. Repeat the D in your left hand and repeat the G in your right hand. Shift thumb down, 4th finger in right hand. Shift thumb down in left hand, 3rd finger in right hand. D, 2nd finger in right hand, shift to A in your left hand. And last one, G in your left hand, 1st finger, we've shifted. And then we've got C for the final one. Now, if you're anything like me, I'm ambidextrous in certain ways. However, my left hand is weaker and cannot play as fast as my right hand. So I can get this out of my right hand. Obviously not perfectly in time or anything like that, but it shows you the dexterity and stuff that I have in my right hand fingers. When it comes to my left hand, if I try and attack it the same way, it falls apart. Just a little bit sloppier, and so it means I'm lagging in my left hand, and this exercise will require me to use it in the equal amount of my right hand so that I can bring up the abilities of this hand and be more capable. Anyway, hope this helps. I'm going to play with a metronome at 60, 90, 120, and then at 200 for giggles. And then you should be encouraged, after you've practiced it with the metronome on your own, try and play it about as cleanly as I do and try and just get yourself up to there. If 90 BPM feels like you're able to maybe achieve some of the exercise as a whole at about like 50% ability, you know, playing it with the metronome, playing all the right notes. If you're at about 50%, then you have something to be able to kind of gauge your ability by. So then you go back down to 60, practice at 60 for quite a while until that feels more comfortable, and then try at 90 again. Most of the time, you know, there'll be some big progress leaps, and you'll be able to, you know, then do 90 at, let's say, 75%. If you can do it at 75%, go back to 60, and then get even more comfortable with it, and then try 90 again. And let's say you finally have reached 100% and you're able to play it all the way through flawlessly, then play the same game bouncing back and forth between 90 BPM and 120 BPM. If you can get it at 120, you've really made some progress, and congratulations. And then just for giggles, I kind of threw in the 200 BPM recording, and that for the most part was about topped out at my ability level. So what I need to do is practice it further and try and get it faster. I'm at the place now where I actually will use a metronome and will test myself between, instead of big jumps between 60 and 90 BPM, I will test, like, if my top out is 200, then I would try to do 205. And then if that's unachievable for me, I would even try 203. And it really gets very into the minutia of, getting it, just gaining 1 BPM is progress, and then the next day if you gain another and you're at 203 or 204, and then you're building. And sometimes it just takes those really small increments and very thoughtful practice in order to notice some of the things where you're lagging, and then course correcting to make sure that it doesn't hurt your playing. And then when you course correct and make those adjustments and they become part of your muscle memory, that's where the progress happens, and then you're able to make those leaps. Anyway, have fun, be patient with yourself, and just make some music. See you next time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. you.